Bagger 293. Standing nearly 100 meters tall and stretching longer than 4 football fields, this bucket wheel excavator holds the title of the largest land vehicle ever built. It was constructed in Germany in the mid-1990s for the task of stripping away layers of earth in massive open-pit coal mines. Its front wheel alone measures over 20 meters across and is lined with 18 buckets, each capable of scooping up several cubic meters of soil and rock in a single pass. What makes Bagger 293 remarkable isn't just its size, but its purpose. It doesn't dig for treasure or tunnel through mountains. It exists purely to remove overburden, the layers of rock and soil sitting above coal deposits, so that mining operations can reach the fuel underneath. Moving at a walking pace on its wide tracks, the machine can shift over 200,000 tons of material in a single day, a figure that dwarfs what fleets of ordinary excavators could manage together. Seawise giant. Later renamed Knock Nevis, this supertanker remains the longest ship ever constructed, measuring over 450 meters from bow to stern, longer than the height of most skyscrapers laid on their side. Built in Japan in the 1970s, it was designed to carry crude oil across oceans in staggering quantities, holding more than 500,000 tons of cargo at full capacity. Its sheer length created a strange limitation. The ship was too large to pass through the English Channel or the Panama Canal, and it required deep water routes that few ports could accommodate. During the Iran-Iraq War, it was struck by missiles and sank in shallow water near the Persian Gulf, only to be salvaged, repaired, and returned to service years later. Eventually, it was converted into a floating storage unit before being scrapped, but for decades it stood as proof of how far shipbuilders could push the limits of scale when moving the world's oil supply. Antonov 225 Maria. Originally built in the Soviet Union to carry the Buran space shuttle on its back, this aircraft became the heaviest and longest airplane ever to fly. With 6 engines and a wingspan wider than a football field, it was capable of hauling cargo loads that no other plane could lift, including generators, locomotive engines, and entire sections of industrial equipment. Only one was ever completed and made fully operational, making it not just enormous, but essentially one of a kind. Airports around the world would prepare specially for its arrival, since few runways were built with a machine of its dimensions in mind. Its story came to a tragic end in 2022, when it was destroyed during fighting near Kiev, but for over 3 decades it carried loads that reshaped what people believed was possible for an aircraft to lift into the sky. Big Muskie. This dragline excavator was built in the United States in the late 1960s for surface coal mining in Ohio, and it remains one of the largest mobile land machines in history. Unlike a bucket wheel excavator, a dragline works by casting a massive bucket forward on cables, then dragging it back through soil to scoop up material before swinging it aside. Big Muskie's bucket alone could hold enough earth to fill several dump trucks in one motion, and the entire machine weighed close to 13,000 tons. It walked across mining sites using giant hydraulic feet rather than wheels or tracks, an unusual method that let it shift its own colossal weight without sinking into loosened ground. Over its working life, it moved enough earth to reshape entire stretches of landscape, exposing coal seams that traditional equipment simply could not reach efficiently. Bertha. Named after Seattle's first female mayor, this tunnel boring machine was built to dig a highway tunnel beneath the city, and at the time of its construction, it held the record as the widest tunnel boring machine ever used. Its cutting face measured more than 17 meters across, wide enough to carve a 2-level roadway directly into the earth as it advanced. Machines like Bertha work by rotating a massive circular cutter head studded with disc cutters that grind through rock and soil, while the debris is carried away and the tunnel walls are reinforced with concrete segments almost immediately behind it. Bertha's journey wasn't without difficulty. It broke down for an extended period after striking a steel pipe left in the ground from earlier testing, delaying the project by roughly 2 years. Even so, once repaired, it completed its tunnel, showing how even machines built for record-breaking scale remain vulnerable to small, unexpected obstacles underground.